Everything's the same? Put them out. Going through it really quick, and I'll just add some extra details. So bump, push him over. If the skate leg comes in, boom, I'm here. Roll over, sit him up. I like to cup the knee right here, like I said, scissoring the leg. I'm trying to make everything touch with my legs, make a good connection with everything. Okay, and now we're here. So what's happening is a lot of times when we get the wrap, we want to cinch everything up before. And this is one of those submissions. It's kind of funny because everything's going to cinch up as I crank it. I'm actually going to keep my elbow kind of winged. Okay, so this is why, this is where I won't wind up cranking on his calf. If I'm pulling tight here, I'm so close to him. When I squeeze everything tight here, you see how far my arm is through? I'm actually on his calf muscle right here as I start turning. And I might not catch it, okay? So I want to put his foot as much in my armpit as possible. You feel that? It just starts right there. I'm like bending his foot in half as I'm wrapping it. So as I'm here, I wing my elbow and I get his toes in my armpit as I'm winging the elbow. So when I bend my elbow close, when I pull my elbow close to my body, it's gonna fold his foot. Like, imagine this is a book, okay? And I'm opening the book like this. I'm gonna close the book. I'm gonna fold his foot in half here and crank it here, okay? I'm crushing the toes and pressuring everything in. So it's hitting the end of that lever, not so much here. A lot of times we crank here. I'm cranking all the way here to bend this, okay? So, push the knee, I wrap, I keep my elbow winged, and that way, look, I can drive my armpit back to his toes. Now I fold that foot in half. You feel it's nasty, huh? I barely squeezed. Okay, so if I'm here, I've locked everything up, and I start folding that in half and squeezing, there's my tap. Right there. To cinch it up a lot more. So give yourself some space. Remember, we talked about this yesterday too. Most of the time when we're having trouble catching something or doing a movement, it's because we're not giving ourselves the space. I'm closing up too much on it. I'm trying to crank right here, and I can't get it. Just because I didn't give myself the space I needed to get to where I needed to get. I'll leave my elbow. There's a small, just there, right here. There's a small little gap in my elbow right here. That leaves space for his toes to sit into my armpit, and as I adjust, okay? Now, as I close everything up, his foot gets wrapped up in my armpit, folds in half, and bends, okay? So when I finish this, everything's on that foot and ankle instead of being up here on his shin. If you're cranking at their shin, your wrist is probably going to break before their shin breaks, you know? Like, that's what I think a lot of people, they start cranking it. And I made the mistake myself. I was cranking on a shin. I'm like, golly, my forearm's hurting. Okay? I'm isolating everything here up in my shoulder onto his toes, and this right here. How's that feel? No. He's like, I'm just squeezing his foot right now. I haven't even wrapped the ankle as I bend back. He sees he's about to tap. I haven't even wrapped his ankle. Okay? So this toes portion of it is just as important. Just this squeeze right here sucks. So as I'm here, I wrap it, I squeeze that. It feels like the foot, like when you get it right, it's gonna feel like their foot just feels so fragile when you get it right here. Okay, I squeeze everything tight here as I catch the crank. Okay, and a good straight ankle lock kind of feels like a really good toe hold. Okay, all the little details I had to add. Okay, so give yourself plenty of space when you're going for it. Don't think that you need to wrap this up here and squeeze on his leg. We need to squeeze towards the foot and ankle. That's what we're attacking with all of this. All of this right here. Okay, we need to attack with this, not attacking this, because the shin is strong. Okay, the calf muscles are strong. The foot and ankles are weak. Okay, so I'm attacking everything onto his foot and ankle. As I boom here, crank it back. All right. Let's go ahead, line up, and we'll close out. 1, 2.